I've said before, this program, it's not religious, but there is a construct, and I'm not Catholic, okay? But there is a construct of Catholicism that I like. There's probably many that I like. I don't know a lot about them, but there is one construct that I like, that I lean into, is that of confession. And I'm not sure how confession came to be part of the Catholic practice, but there really is something freeing when we confess our own insufficiencies. In fact, I was listening to, I'm gonna marry Catholicism and Judaism for just a second here. There's a Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel, phenomenal spiritual leader. He talks about being aware of and knowing our own insufficiencies, because until we have some awareness of them, we're not able to address them or to deal with them. There's another saying that says we can only be as true. We can't bring any more truth to our life than the lies that we're keeping. So this notion of confession, of bearing witness of our soul to others, and admitting something that that we're likely not proud of, why else would we want to confess it, can be a really freeing act, okay? And I believe, let me think of an example. I profess to be a strong supporter of National Public Radio, but I never contributed to their cause. So there was a little bit of hypocrisy in that, right? Hypocrisy is the one thing that will take down your truth. If you're being hypocritical, hypocrisy will take down your truth. And you may not even see it, but others who know you will see it, okay? So, do you know anybody who professes to be a good, and then fill in the blank? I'm a good Jew, I'm a good Catholic, I'm a good Christian, I'm a good Democrat, or I'm a good Republican, whatever label you want to put, right? I preferably want to say I'm a good human being. That's what I really want to say, is I'm a good human, okay? But let's say I'm a good, whatever, religious fill in the blank. And they talk about these qualities of whatever that good person is, but then and they do too, that they're going to turn around, and as soon as they walk out of having that sort of statement, they're going to go do and behave and act in complete opposite to what they just said, right? So they're living this hypocrisy. It may be, I believe, that, what's that commandment? Like, don't have relationships with your neighbor's wife, right? Do you know anybody who's having an affair? Okay? But yet, on one hand, they say they're a good fill in the blank. Then they go around, and next thing you know, they're in a relationship outside of their marriage. Makes you wonder. If they would be willing to bring that confession to life and like air it out and clean it up, they would be living with a whole lot more freedom in their life. Do you know anyone with an addiction? Drinking addiction, sex addiction, gambling addiction? One thing that I know about addicts is they're by and large, they're amazing at lying. Like, they're great, they've got it figured out, and are lying most of the time because the addiction they have demands that they lie about it. When they bring something like that to the light of day, to admitting that, to confessing that, maybe with one person, maybe in a social confession of sorts, it shatters the shackles of shame and regret that held them back. Brene Brown does amazing research on shame, and shame cannot live in the light of day. So when you bring some act or behavior you may have had shame or regret about, and you bring it into the light of day and you get air to it, the shame will dissipate. The shame will eventually disappear, because no longer are you trying to hide it. You're actually embracing the humanity that you have to admit, yeah, I'm not perfect. I made a mistake. I did something I'm not necessarily proud of, but I'm not going to let it define me. I'm just going to learn from the experience and move forward. So, confession is a pretty powerful practice. There's not a requirement to confess in soul stirring, but you may be inclined to want to bring a confession to life for your own freedom, for your own sake of living more into who you are and who you're meant to be. And I would invite you to do that. Come on.